Hello friends, welcome to Learner's Planet. Friends, this is our second session for analytical reasoning. The previous session was actually an introduction to analytical reasoning. In this session, we are going to discuss statement and assumption type of problems. Okay, so precisely this is our first problem solving session. So let's begin this session. Now friends, as I've already told you, in this session we'll be discussing problems based on statements and assumptions. Here the direction is in the questions below given a statement followed by two assumptions numbered 1 and 2. An assumption is something supposed or taken for granted. You have to consider the statement and the following assumptions and decide which of these assumption is implicit in the statement. Right, and you have 5 options. If only assumption 1 is implicit, if only assumption 2 is implicit, either 1 or 2 is implicit, neither 1 nor 2 is implicit, if both of them are implicit. So precisely a statement is given over here and two assumptions are given over here. You have to see whether the assumption which are given over here are implied by the statement or not. Right, whether that means if the statement is given, you need to study the statement and you have to find whether you can draw these sort of assumptions or not, you can draw these sort of conclusions or not. That means basically it is hidden somewhere in the statement or not. Right, so as I have already told you in the previous session, you have to have an open mind, then only you'll be able to solve the problems from analytical reasoning. Right, so let's take the question for first question and analyze it. The first question here is the statement that is given over here is the boy is too honest not to speak the truth. Right, the boy is too honest not to speak the truth. That means the boy is actually too honest that he really, or he never, or we can say he doesn't speak the lie. Okay, so that is the statement. Now from this statement various assumptions can be done, various assumptions can be made or can be drawn. Now two of such assumptions have been given over here. Now we have to judge whether we can make or anybody can make these sort of assumptions from this statement or not. That means these assumptions are hidden somewhere in the statement. Now the statement is very simple, that the honest the boy is too honest. We are talking about a particular boy. The boy is too honest not to speak the truth. That means he will always speak truth. He will never speak lie. Right. Now the first assumption which is given over here is very honest boys also tell lies. See, we are talking about a particular boy over here. We are not giving a general idea about honest boys. Right. So this assumption is really not valid. And apart from that, very honest boys also tell lies. So that conclusion or that assumption cannot be made out of this statement, because this statement is talking about some one particular person, the boy, as it is mentioned over here. So this assumption is not valid, or we can say this is not implicit. Dishonest boys also speak the truth. See, this statement is about a particular honest boy. What dishonest boy do, it's not mentioned anywhere over here. So both the assumptions are not implicit. Right, so if neither one or not two is implicit, that means the correct option is D. And yeah, one more thing is observed over here. The boy is too honest not to speak the truth. That means a boy is too honest, then it is not possible for him to speak lie. And the first assumption is actually opposite of that. Very honest boys also tell lies. Right. So there is a contradiction between the statement and this assumption. So one more reason we have to avoid this, to neglect this. Right. So this is actually not at all implied. Now we take the next one. Now here we have a statement, X air conditioner, the largest selling name with the largest range and advertisement. Okay, so first of all, what what is the statement all about? It is talking about a particular AC brand, air condition brand, that it is the largest selling name and it has a very wide range, or it has the largest range, and it is mentioned in this statement. Now the first assumption over here, X air conditioner is the only one with a wide variation. See, here the statement is about this particular brand. It is not about any other brand, right? So whether there exists this wide variety with any other brand or not, that is not implied from this statement, right? So this assumption cannot be implied. Okay, X air conditioner is the only one with wide variation is not at all implied from this statement, right? The statement is telling that this particular brand has a wide variety or it has the largest range, but it is not mentioned for other brand of air conditioners, right? So the first one cannot be implied. Second is, there is a demand for air condition in the market. Now what is the purpose of an advertisement, right? Advertisements are done only to showcase the presence of some services or the product, right? And when do you showcase your product or services? When obviously there is a demand in the market, right? If at all buyers for these services or products are there, then only the advertisements are done, right? That means there is a demand for air condition in the market, then only these sort of advertisement will be put or will be there before the public, right? So the second one is implied, but the first one is not, right? So we have option B, that is if only assumption 2 is implicit. The statement over here, opening a library in Veeraval will be a wastage. Now the first assumption is inhabitants of Veeraval are illiterate. See, this is not the valid assumption. It cannot be implied from the statement. Why? Because see, there may be other reasons also for the statement, right? Maybe the people of Veeraval, they are already having 2-3 libraries. Maybe 2-3 libraries are already there in the Veeraval, and even they are not used up properly. Okay, so maybe they are not in need of other library. Okay, so that really doesn't mean the people are illiterate, that's why they don't want the library. Suppose in my home, if I don't have library, that and my friend has library, that really doesn't mean everybody in his family is literate and everybody in my family is not literate, right? So opening a library is nothing to do with the literacy. Okay, it is about the requirement actually. So if already 2-3 libraries are there, I'm just showing you a possibility. If already 2-3 libraries are there, then maybe the people of Veeraval, they are actually not in requirement of a new library. So the first assumption is actually not valid. It cannot be implied from the statement, right? Next is, inhabitants of Veeraval are not interested in reading. It's a very long drawn conclusion and a very generalized statement, right? And above all, you cannot make such generalized statement that people are not interested in reading, that's why the library will be a wastage. This can be a wild guess, but it cannot be an implied assumption. Okay, so neither one nor two implied. So I think it is option B. I'm sorry, option D. Okay, now the statement over here, please consult me before making any decision on exports from the company. Maybe a senior person is talking to a junior person or junior official, so and he's guiding that please consult me before making any decision on exports from the company, right? Now the assumption, you may take a wrong decision if you don't consult me. It may happen, right? See what happens in companies or in offices. There is a difference between the thinking or the decision power or the decision ability of a senior and a junior, right? Junior is in learning process and a senior is experienced enough to take the decision, right? So if the junior doesn't take consultancy or this advice from the senior, he may end up taking a wrong decision which may not be in favor of the company. That's why a senior guides a junior that you should take a decision, you should consult me before you take any decision, right? So that assumption is really valid. You may take a wrong decision if you don't consult me. And you may is there, you will is not there. There is a possibility of taking a wrong decision. There is not a certainty, right? If you will is there, then the story is entirely different, because it's not necessary that the junior will take a wrong decision if he doesn't consult, right? By virtue of his less experience also he can take some right decision, but over here they are showing just the possibility, right? You may take. So you may take a wrong decision if you don't consult me. There is a possibility of taking a wrong decision if no consultancy is there, right? So this assumption is really good and implied. It is important to take a right decision. Obviously, to grow a business or to run an organization, it is really important to take a right decision. Okay, so both the assumptions are valid, both the assumptions are implied from the statement. Okay, and you will appreciate that I am just applying common sense over here. Okay, no specific knowledge of any organization or any company I am putting over here. Just a junior senior relationship I am showing over here as an example. Okay, and I am putting a very generalized point of view over here. Now the next question is, here the statement, a warning is there. Cigarette smoking is injurious to health. Okay, a very common warning that is written on all the cigarette packets. Assumption, the number one, non-smoking promotes health. Okay, here the warning is given as cigarette smoking is injurious to health. It doesn't say anything when you don't smoke what will happen to you, right? It just says if you smoke cigarette it will be injurious to your health, right? So non-smoking, what will be the effect? That's not mentioned over here, so we cannot assume this, right? We can assume only if we do not smoke, if you do not smoke, if I do not smoke, I will not be getting the ill effects of cigarette and tobacco, right? But if I do not smoke, or if you do not smoke, what will happen to you or what will happen to me, it's not mentioned over here, right? We may get other disease also, right? So its assumption is not at all implied. Secondly, really this warning is not necessary. See, if a warning is there, it is publicized, or it is spread only when it is necessary. Precisely, public warnings are given only when they are assumed, or when they are found, or they are considered to be necessary, right? So this assumption, even it is not implied. So both the assumptions 1 and 2 are not at all implied from this statement. So it is option D. Neither 1 nor 2 is implied. Okay, I'm sure you are getting my point of view. Children are influenced more by their teachers nowadays. The first assumption, children consider teachers as their models. Now, unless until they consider their teachers as their models, why will be they influenced, right? It's a human nature, like we get influenced by our models only. We follow some particular politicians, stars, actors, maybe some sports star, and we easily get influenced. I can say by their acts or deeds. So the first assumption is really implied. The second one is a large amount of children's time is spent at school. Friends, here in the statement nothing is mentioned about the time which children are spending in school, right? So that's actually an irrelevant assumption. Apart from that, nobody gets influenced just by spending the time with some other person, right? Suppose I give you a very simple example. I spend my entire day in my office, but that really doesn't mean I am influenced by my boss. Generally, people hate their bosses, isn't it? So if you are influenced with anybody, there is nothing to do with the amount of time spent with the person. Okay, so the second one is not valid, or we can say not implied. So the only assumption 1 is implied. So we have option A, that is if only assumption 1 is implicit. Okay. Now we have this statement over here. Apart from the entertainment value of television, its educational value cannot be ignored. Now the first assumption, people take television to be a means of entertainment only. Friends, if we read the statement carefully, this part of the statement, its educational value cannot be ignored. Uh, this particular part gives a sense of negativity. That means somewhere there is a sense that the educational value of television is being ignored, right? And if it is being ignored, the education value, if it is being ignored, that means people are taking television for entertainment only, right? So first assumption itself is implied. If people are ignoring education value, that means people are taking television for entertainment only. So first assumption is clearly valid. It is clearly implied. Okay. Otherwise, there is no meaning of mentioning this thing, this part of the statement. So first one is clear. Second one, the education value of television is not realized properly. This is just other way of telling the same thing. Since people are using television for entertainment only, that means educational value is not being realized, or is not or it is being ignored. Okay, so both the assumptions are implied from this statement, right? So we have E, that is both 1 and 2 are implicit. Okay. The statement, if you trouble me, I'll slap you, a mother warns her child. The first assumption, with the warning, the child may stop troubling her. Now obviously the warnings are given for that purpose only, right? If I warned you not to do something, so I expect or I anticipate that you won't be doing that, right? So this is the sole purpose of warning. So that is very obvious assumption. Now the next thing is, with the warning, the child may stop troubling her. We cannot be so sure that the child will definitely stop troubling her mother, the mother. So it's the use of may that makes the things very clear. The child may, it's not necessary that the child will stop troubling, the child may stop troubling. Okay, so this assumption 1 is clearly implied. The next one is, all children are basically naughty. See, the nature of children is nothing to do with this given statement, right? Nowhere in the statement the nature of children is mentioned. Okay, so this assumption is actually not at all acceptable, not at all required over here, or cannot be accepted, or simple words cannot be implied, right? So only the assumption 1 is implied, because that is the only meaning of a warning. That is the sole reason of warning. Okay, so we have option 1, that is only assumption 1 is implicit. Okay, now a car is required on rent and advertisement. Assumption, the first one, all types of vehicles are available on rent. Here the author wants a car on rent. Author has mentioned about a car which he requires on rent. Here about other vehicles nothing has been mentioned, right? So this assumption is really not valid or cannot be implied from the given statement, right? Nothing is mentioned about other vehicles. So this assumption is not implied. Then people will respond to the advertisement. Now what is the motive of giving an advertisement? Why do we give an advertisement? It is in anticipation that people will surely respond to it. That is the only meaning of giving an advertisement. Through advertisement you showcase your product, you showcase your services, you mention your requirements. So that is the purpose of an advertisement, right? So only assumption 2 is implied over here, because if people are not ready to respond, then why there is a requirement of advertisement. Okay, so assumption 2 is valid, so we can say option B if only assumption 2 is implicit. Okay, statement, of all the radio sets manufactured in India, X brand has the largest sale. The first assumption, the sale of all the radio sets manufactured in India is known. See, if you don't know the sale of other companies, the sale of other manufacturers, you cannot come to this conclusion that the X brand has the largest sale. So this is an assumption that is actually implied, right? If you are making this comparison, that means you know the sales data of each and every company or each and every manufacturer. So this assumption is really valid, or we can say implied. Now the second one, the manufacturing of no other radio set in India is as large as X brand radio. Now if you read the statement carefully, you'll see X brand has the largest sale. Here X brand has largest sale that is mentioned. There are no comments on manufacturing, the number of devices which are being manufactured by X brand, right? And here in the second assumption, the manufacturing is being compared, right? The manufacturing of no other radio set in India is as large X brand radio, right? Now manufacturing data may be different and sales data may be different, right? The order of, maybe if we just arrange the companies in the order of number of devices manufactured, it is not necessary that the same order will be maintained for sales, right? So manufacturing is nothing to do with sale. Okay, so we cannot come to this conclusion. We cannot assume that the manufacturing of no other radio set in India is as large as X brand radio. Maybe brand Y is making more sets, but it is not able to sell that much as brand X. Okay, so this assumption is not valid, or it cannot be implied from the given statement. So only one is valid. So we have option 1 if only assumption 1 is implicit. Okay. Now statement, A is advised to B, go to Jammu via Amritsar, the shortest route. The first assumption, B wishes to go to Jammu. Okay, so here B wishes to go to Jammu, that's why he is taking the advice of A. Otherwise, in general, why a person will tell the route to Jammu? Okay, so this assumption is implied. If at all I have to go somewhere, then only I'll ask the way to any person. Otherwise, why should I ask, right? So this assumption is implied. The second is A gives advice to everybody. This is not at all related with the statement, right? A is advising B. That really doesn't mean A is giving advice to everybody, right? So this assumption is actually not at all implied. Right, so we have just assumption 1 that is implied. So we have option A, that is assumption 1 is implicit. Okay. Moreover, it is possible that B is A's friend or relative, right? That's why he is advising him. And apart from that, A might have gone to Jammu via this route, and he might have found that the route is quite short and convenient, right? That's why he's advising to B. Now the statement, if you are a mechanical engineer, we want you as our supervisor, an advertisement by company X. Now the first assumption, mechanical engineers are expected to be better performers by company X. See, it is not implied. This assumption is not implied from the given statement. The company is looking for mechanical engineer, maybe for some particular task which can be accomplished by mechanical engineers only, right? So we cannot say mechanical engineers are expected to be better performer than any other engineers, right? Maybe for a specific task which can be done by mechanical engineers only, right? So this assumption is not at all implied. Okay, then the company X needs supervisor. So obviously if it is giving an advertisement, it needs supervisor. That's why they are giving the advertisement. Otherwise there is no need of making such advertisements. Okay, so the second assumption is implied. So here only B is implicit. Only statement 2 is implicit. That means option B, that is statement 2 is implicit. Okay. Postal rates have been increased to meet the deficit. assumption, the present rates are very low. See, if you increase the price of any commodity, or if the price of any commodity of anything is increased, that doesn't mean the existing price is low. We can take a very good simple example of fuel, that is petrol or diesel, right? Even existing price is very high, still there is a loss, right? So if the price is increased to meet the deficit, we cannot say that the present price of petrol is low, right? So the existing price is different thing and the loss or the deficit is different thing. Okay, so if the present rates are low, that really doesn't matter, but still there is a loss, still there is a deficit, so postal rates have to be increased. Okay, so this assumption is not implicit, not implied. If the rates are not increased, the deficit cannot be met. The statement itself means the postal rates have been increased to meet the deficit. That means to meet the deficit, they are going to increase the rates, or they are going to increase postal rates, right? So if they do not increase the rates, the deficit cannot be met. That is obvious assumption. So this assumption too is valid, or we can say it is implied from the statement, right? So friends, a good number of questions based on statement and assumptions we have done in this session. In the next session, we'll be taking more examples, we'll be doing more questions. So do revise this session and the first session in which we have discussed the basics of analytical reasoning. And I'll see you in the next session once again. Bye-bye.